And here we go. We are going live. It is Thursday night. Welcome, Comics Gate. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Thanks for being here. Um, bringing the energy, bringing the cheer. All I can say is all I can say is thank God we weren't in that submarine a couple months ago, and thank God none of us were in that plane with Poroshenko. It's like you don't want to get on like a commuter flight in Russia and then like you're in like first class and then Poroshenko sits down next to you. That's you might want to double check your plane ticket and maybe see if there's a later flight. So how you doing tonight, Rob?
I could be better, but that was a private jet that the Wagner dude was on.
Oh, so I assumed, yeah.
So it was full of strippers and coke.
So I hope that's how he went down. It's like we're going down. No, she's going down. No, we're all going down.
So it was a party jet. It was a party jet, and he was flying somewhere thinking something great was going to happen, and he got taken out.
Yeah, got whacked. It was just. I gotta imagine there was some Deadpools out there and like how far out and like money was put down because like I saw a lot of people say he should have just finished the job. That was probably the only way he was gonna live. So who knows? They're probably right because he didn't live this way.
There's no way he could have finished the job anyways.
Oh no, but man, he could have made one hell of an entertaining mess over there. That would have been must-see TV. We got a bunch of people in the chat already, man. Hail to the chat. Thank you guys for being here. I always appreciate everybody showing up. Looks like SF Gaming
yes,
Death Raider over the weekend as well.
I saw that.
We love to see that. We'd love to hear it. Thanks, SF Gaming, for being here. We got Randy in the chat. Hail to Randy. What's going on, brother? Happy Thursday night, everybody. We're all just kind of working for the weekend right now, I think. Fall has already kind of got here in Minnesota.
What?
We had one hot day of 80s, and then all of a sudden the bottom that just dropped out, and it's been 60, 65, foggy, rainy, lots of humidity, but cool. And like trees are already turning color. We couldn't even get all the way through August. So I know the rest of the country is hot as hell from what I've seen. So like nobody feels bad for us, but I would have liked a little bit more summer, man.
From now knowing Clint, I now understand why all these old people down here in Florida live here in the wintertime and then go back to Michigan and Minnesota and Canada when it's summer because
I can't wait to start doing it.
Dude, I gotta sell a lot more Death Raider before I could do that.
Oh yeah, I hear you there. It might be a little hovel, but yeah, I want someplace away from these winters, but SF and Gaming would be down with the party plane. I mean, if you're coked up and you got 3 hookers on you taking care of all, like there's lots of worse ways to go than that. And Poroshenko wasn't like he was a spring chicken, so
no. It was his time.
I think he was probably he'd done it, but boy, I mean, like literally, one of my friends, like when the Wagner group turned around, they were like paying attention to it and watching all the news sites and like texting me and like, can you believe this? And I mean, it would have been interesting if it had been more than just like, hey, you guys are running this war shitty. It's like, hey, you guys are running this war shitty, and now I'm going to take over. That would have been because they caught them with their pants down. It looked like.
You know what? I watch a few different news YouTube sites that talk about the stuff that our mainstream TV won't talk about, and they had the opinion, if Russia beats Ukraine, United States is effed because it means the death of the dollar. If Russia loses, we're effed because they'll have to start lobbing nukes. So,
I think all that speculation is a little far fetched. All these cable news people, I take all of them. They've all got their own stakes in this stuff. They're all, like the media is tied in with this as much as the politicians. They've all got their agenda. So I don't take anything they say, from one channel to the other,
I'm wondering what the middle ground is. What's the middle ground? They just keep fighting for the next 5 years?
It ends in a stalemate with, I think, Russia taking over the eastern part of the Ukraine at some point.
They just split it.
They just split the Ukraine up. Yeah, I would say that is not the most likely scenario, but I would say that is a likely scenario.
That's probably the best scenario for the world.
Yeah, for the world, yeah. Have Russia cut out a piece of the Ukraine for themselves that they want, and just kind of have a new east and west country. It's Ukraine now instead of Germany. Put up a wall. Mm-hmm. Everybody loves a good wall,
Especially construction.
It's great for spy movies and like James Bond plots and stuff. So Ukraine becomes the new Germany. Europe pushes that border out a little further, so they're a little comfortable. But yeah.
And then Europe gets natural gas again from Russia.
Yeah.
And everybody's happy. Germany pulls out of recession because Germany is based on cheap natural gas for their factories.
Their
factories. So everybody will be happy if it can get back to that point.
And SF Gaming's got the right point. Everybody is owned by somebody. Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah. My wife lets me know all the time.
Exactly.
I know who's the boss.
Yeah. So how about let me pull up Death Raider here, since it did sound like you got some new backers over the weekend, and let's take a look through Death Raider right out of the gate, so I don't pull another one of my genius moves of not showing our campaign.
I in the last couple of weeks, I've gotten a few Death Raiders kind of moved along. I think it's because I'm starting, I'm getting down to the, I'm past that half point with the pages. So
and the more art, I think everybody has been checking out all the art you've been posting.
Oh, dude, just wait. I have the whole team core sequence. I have all the marker done on that, and today I'm finishing off a splash page because it's a good reference point to base on. I got guys with scarred up and bruised up, it's a good reference point for the rest of the pages in the sequence. Dude, it's some cool shit goes down before they all get blown up. But Death Raider,
how that one ends. Yes.
I've had to tell everybody how that ends. Just
I try to catch you guys on Comics Gate Kings on Monday night as much as I can, but I don't catch all the shows by any means. There's so many YouTube shows now. But do you get to show?
Me neither.
Yeah. Do you get to show some of the stuff on Comics Gate Kings then too?
No.
Okay. I wasn't
not at all.
I wasn't sure. Okay.
No, I'm lucky if I get to show the campaign.
Okay, yeah. Because it's like I'll pop in and just see what everybody's talking about and hang out for a while, and depending on what the topic is, I'll watch. But sometimes you go off on tangents, and it's I could be getting another page done if I just sit and concentrate or something. But
Ethan has his direction for each show. and
yeah,
the people,
they kind of get into a routine.
And there's seniority, you know.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Yeah, especially with that many people on there.
Yeah, and the more successful campaigns get shown more.
Yeah,
because that's more exciting. It's a more exciting.
And it's hard to navigate that many people too.
Yeah, yes. So I'm happy if people get to see it. And to be honest, you know, they're Ethan's fans. So
exactly.
I hope a couple of them notice Death Raider, and then that's
awesome. Yeah, no, it's a good opportunity. So I'll let you. Should we play the video first, then we'll scroll through the page?
I think everybody who's in chat has seen the video.
Okay,
so we don't need that. Yeah, why don't we? You know what we do? Can you go to updates?
Yes, I can.
Because we haven't shown off updates, and that's where.
Oh yeah, good idea. Okay, cool.
Yeah, some of the artwork that I has only been on Twitter and on updates.
Oh, okay.
You went past updates. It's right underneath. Now scroll a little bit.
Oh,
there's updates.
Yeah, but it didn't click.
It didn't? Oh.
Yeah, it just didn't click over, but here we go.
Oh, okay. So updates has, I in my updates I put a bunch of fairly new or newish artwork. Like this is I don't have a name for them yet. My wife names all these characters. It's kind of funny. I'm not good at naming characters, and I'm not good at remembering people's names.
So, I'm terrible with names.
So there's a weird naming thing that I've got going on in my brain. For now, this is the Cyborg Death Squad.
Okay.
So this is the anti Death Raider characters. It's not the aliens yet, though. I have not shown.
Well, goth killers. They look all goth, and they're a bunch of killers, or
yep, armored cyborgs.
Mechanic killers. How about the mechanic killers?
Ooh, not bad. I did have a name for them, and it was a complete ripoff of Reavers.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember what I called them though, but it was something like people would be like, "Yeah, that's just your Reavers."
Well, yeah, they definitely give off that vibe for sure.
Yeah. So I had a silly name for him, but
oops, let's see here.
Lots of I'm having a blast with the artwork, and what I'm learning the most about the artwork is just the process, because this is still doing the marker with the inks over top of it is.
Oh yeah,
it's still new to me. So.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it looks great. It looks like you've been doing it for years is the thing, but yeah, I'm sure it also looks like it's a ton of work. It looks gorgeous with the detail.
Thank you. You know what I've been doing for years is the inking part. So that always gets it saves my ass whenever something looks a little funny. Yeah. Like I just noticed a mistake in that page that we were just looking at. So I'll have to go in and
don't be looking for mistakes.
Oh, I'm not looking for it, but I just noticed it. You can see it. You can see it between the guy up front, his knees. Yeah. You can see that I extend when I was doing the borders, I went all the way across by accident. Oh. And you can see a little bit of the line in the weeds. So I just got to go in there with some whiteout.
Oh yeah, you can touch that up easy enough.
Oh yeah, that'll be easy cheesy. So. Was
there more new art in here, or were these the two that were in the?
No, my because I did. Well, there's the if you scroll down more, there's the where he gets blown up. And since I'm talking about him getting blown up,
sure,
so often because those are the pages that I'm working on right now, it leads right up to it. Yeah, if you keep scrolling, see more updates.
Okay.
So there's a Death Raider page, and then if you keep scrolling, that's him in action. It's not his first time in action, but it's his first him actually getting a hold of the robots that are because the robots are they're grabbing people. So he's been chasing their energy signals because they can teleport.
Oh, okay.
So it's first time he's actually there he is. See his legs, or see what used to be his legs. Yeah. And that's where that's Anna seeing what's happened to him.
Oh yeah,
she's like, yeah, that's not good, especially because the whole team is.
And he had plans this weekend.
Well, they're all genetically enhanced with
Right.
super steroids, so they can't like pick up cars, but they can run farther, run faster.
Oh yeah.
She's never seen them so effed up before because they're they're supposed to be badass, but there's a good shot of how effed up he is.
Yeah,
He's
that's
all
wild.
scarred up and stuff. So.
Oh, that's crazy.
But that's the page where that F's him because everybody sees he has some kind of power going on.
Oh yeah.
So that's when everybody starts chasing his ass. But I pulled the artwork down, and I had to pull the watches and stuff down because the watches have to be ordered.
Sure, yeah.
From manufacturing.
Yeah, so you close out those parts. Yep.
Yep, you had to close those out, but all the books are still available, and obviously the PDFs are still available. The PDFs will be available forever. So anybody who hasn't seen Death Raider before, and they're checking this out on replay, it's I've worked in Marvel and DC for almost 30 years, and this is my own story in my pencils, inks, and gray markers. So that's it. That's my spiel.
Yep. Massive Death, all 3 printed books and PDFs, all different options on the reward tiers over here. So definitely check out those reward tiers. And you got some of the new art posted. I'm playing the video. I like the video. It's a lot nicer. It's a lot nicer looking than my video.
Oh, I paid for it. So
yeah, that makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, it's war, so there's lots of explosions, lots and lots of explosions with Team Core.
Oh, does Ethan have a new Twitter? That would make sense.
He has several new ones. The only one I can kind of remember is Cyberfrog HD. I think is his.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that he might I don't know how long the suspension is, so I haven't. Yeah. It's hard to keep track of everything that's going on around, but I kind of thought that he might show up with something like that.
He I've heard people say suspended, some people say banned. So I don't really. I know with all of his new Twitter handles, it certainly seems like he doesn't expect that Twitter to come back anytime soon.
Oh, really? Oh, that is unfortunate.
He has a lot of
like he had like 60,000 followers.
60,000? Yeah.
I think, yeah. So a bunch more people showing up in the chat. Hey, what's going on? Hail to the chat. We got Marcus in the house. What's going on, Marcus? Kelly Grew. We got the ladies man asking about Ethan's new Twitter. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm guessing, everybody will start sharing it around, but we got Leg Kick in the house. What's going on, brother? And I thought I saw somebody else, but maybe I missed it. But hail to the chat.
Survive Infinity.
Yep. Survive Infinity. Yeah. 0088. What's going on? Hail.
I can't type those when I'm trying to type back to people. Their handles are too complicated.
Typing's hard. I should have paid more attention in like middle school. Did you have a typewriting class?
I did, and we're both the same age, so that
means
it was word processors.
Yeah, it was switching from typewriters over to word processors, not over to full computers yet, but it would be like word processors and stuff. And I still literally we had a typewriters, so we were a small enough town where it was like you just sat in the room and all 20 kids sat and typed out. So yeah, some fun memories pre-computers there.
It's to me, when I look back at that time, I think of I learned more about typing, writing emails.
Oh yeah,
on computers than I ever did in the stupid class.
Oh
To
yeah.
me, it tells
it tells
you
difference.
that their teaching is horrific.
Oh yeah,
like they don't know how to teach a lot of things to kids.
Well, and it makes a big difference too when you care what you're writing. Like when you're writing to try and get a job or something, you're making sure you don't F it up.
Yeah, versus just repetitive crap.
Yeah, as opposed to when you're in like 9th or 10th grade and could give 0 fucks and you're just trying to look around the room to like see what if there's any of the hot girls in your class or whatever.
So
yep.
I did remember it correct. And it might be permanent. Wow.
Cyberfrog HD Ethan said it might be permanent. He's using his all caps comics official account. Oh wow, okay.
Holy
That's
God.
crazy. So we're gonna everybody go follow Ethan at Cyberfrog HD. So yeah, that's and I heard a little bit about it was like a cartoon or something, and I don't know. I'm assuming he just retweeted it or something, but offensive cartoon is what we can leave it at that. But
yeah, that's what it was, and I remember going like, well, that's a little aggressive.
Yeah, even. That seemed
and that got him.
There was like a month there where Elon seemed like he was going to let Twitter be what it should be.
Yeah.
And then you could just see him knuckle under the pressure, and then he hires whatever this chick is to run it, and she's just more of the same bullshit that gets shoved down everybody's throat. And it's like, oh yes, Twitter's going to be a sanctuary of free speech, except for if you do this, and except for this, and we won't have any tolerance for this. And it's like, this is the same bullshit. It's like, why did you even bother?
It's always going to be that because of advertisers. Corporate companies are the biggest pussies.
Oh,
they really are. They're the first to go, oh, yeah. Companies don't stand for anything.
They'll knuckle under to any pressure if they think,
yeah, they think it's all about money.
Yep, and it's never surrender. What is the thing that's going around on TikTok? Like never give up, never what? Is that a thing? I keep hearing that. Like I get all my pop culture references from TikTok now because like I'm trying to stay young and fresh with what the kids are into. So
I can't even do search on TikTok. I don't even understand search. I don't understand how to find people. Every time I log on, it says add these people. I'm like, that's not even English. This shit's in Arabic and stuff, and I'm just going, add. Sometimes I add artwork too on TikTok, and
I've got to give their algorithms credit for figuring out what I like, because it's literally just an endless stream of big boob 20-year-old chicks bouncing in their bikinis and then funny animal videos. Like it's serotonin, or is that serotonin into my brain. It's like, this is perfect.
I have never gotten one real email on TikTok.
Oh no, I don't.
So why am I there? What's the point? If it's not,
I just watch TikTok. I watch TikTok purely for entertainment.
Yeah.
Like I never. Yeah.
I try to be fun with social media, but social media is, hey, this is my artwork and this is Death Raider. Yeah. And then I watch cat and animal videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay.
And like, well, Marcus is right. Like TikTok is totally a Chinese company, and it's like psyops, but also my theory is, like, everybody worries about Big Brother and spying. People can watch me 24/7. Like, I'm the cure to, like, if you're an insomniac, like go if the government wants to like follow me and bug me and check my computer and watch me through my screens, have at it. I am not that interested. Like they can go for it, you know.
We're the exact opposite, because if I see someone spying on me, I'm shooting them in the face.
Yes,
I'm like, what? No, that's not how America works. Yeah. You're getting shot in the face.
No, feel free. Everybody can feel free to, like, if you want to sit and watch me like lean forward towards my drawing board for 8 hours while I briefly get up to have a sandwich or a soda, and then watch me have dinner, and then watch me lay on the couch for a couple hours and watch TV, and then watch me do the exact thing the next day. I'm a creature of routine. People want to spy on me, they can have at it. But yes, you are right. TikTok is Chinese psyops. They're here to track us down. They're trying to here to lull us into a false sense of confidence, and then the next thing you know, I'm not. Why do they want? Oh well, we shouldn't get into this. But why do they want Taiwan so bad? Because I don't like. Isn't Taiwan just like mountains and some monks and shit?
Oh
like
no! Oh, see, Sherpas? You don't know, dude. You don't.
Let's not say that I don't know. I don't care enough to know, which is why I probably regret even asking it. It's like
he who gets AI will rule the world. The guy who gets AI is the one with the fastest computer chips. Guess who makes the best computer chips in the world?
Taiwan does. Okay.
And if anybody else wants to try to compete with Taiwan, building those factories you'll be always 10 years behind Taiwan. And you know what 10 years is when it comes to computers.
Oh yeah, and for computers 10 years is like you're might as well
a lifetime
trying to start a fire with rocks.
And the reason that we didn't want to build chips here, and the reason China didn't want to build chips in China, is because the process is so incredibly nasty that when we had chip manufacturing over here, that the actual factories that were the setup that was supposed to clean everything, that building was toxic.
Oh, so just building computer chips is like
nasty. It's super horrible on the environment.
You're just working to people. All kinds of like heavy metals and chemicals.
Yes.
And it's like
it's awful.
Of course, and that's always the case. Is like whatever is going to be like the most important thing is always just awful. This terrible, awful thing that nobody wants to do, but then everybody wants it. So that makes absolute and total complete sense. So silicon chip manufacturer,
So I say let China have Taiwan. I don't need AI to take my job away from me. I don't need someone to make better robots so they can do everything that we can do. Yeah. And then you have the AI to be able to control them. Okay, so what? So what? America falls behind. So, we're already falling behind.
Yeah.
I don't want to see 60% of American workers with unemployed.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's robots do everything.
Yeah. All of that, it's above my pay grade right now. I'm like,
oh yeah, that's right, Marcus. Rare earth metals mined by children in Africa.
Well, yeah, it's
a lithium battery is mostly cobalt.
Oh yeah,
and cobalt. Lithium mining is horrible. Cobalt mining is even worse, and that's what Marcus is talking about. A lot of the cobalt comes from Africa.
All the environmentalists and climate changers, they shut up when it comes to where their electric cars, where their computers. It's like, no, we're not iPhones. Talking about that. We're only talking about fossil fuels. So yeah, no, it's like we don't want to talk about this other stuff over here that we all rely on. That's
most of the advancements in the last 30 years are horrible on the planet.
Oh yeah, exactly. Of course.
Except comic books.
So speaking of silicon parts,
Oh yeah.
What better transition? These, I don't know if they were made in Taiwan. I don't know if they're
Oh
silicone. I'd like to find out what my ideal dream
yes.
is to get Blue Bombshell
Mm-hmm.
a successful enough book where
Yes.
I can go to conventions
With a
and
spokesmodel.
hire a very lovely lady
Oh.
to be the cosplayer slash model
Mm-hmm.
for Blue Bombshell as I sign the comic books to the fans, and each of the fans gets a picture with
Mm-hmm.
our lovely Blue Bombshell. I was in comics in the early '90s, back in the I mean they still have cosplayers, but in those early '90s golden days, the
When
convention,
they were making so much money, they had models.
Every table had a booth babe.
Mm-hmm.
Every table had a booth babe, freshly stepped off from her shift at whatever the local strip club was.
Or Hooters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in as scantily clad a costume as possible. Well paid, earning a respectable living. God bless those
Yes.
girls. But yeah, at some point, some of the conventions started clamping down on them, throwing out the family friendly whatever. And it was like, screw you guys. That's a bunch of 30 and 40-year-old comic book fans. It's like,
yeah.
we can have some. If anything, those chicks should be serving beer and hot wings as we're like coming up to the table and stuff. That was
Clinton, did you ever do Pittsburgh Comic Con?
I've never been to Pittsburgh. I've done Philly. I did Chicago a ton of times. I'm not as well versed in Comic Cons as I would have liked to have been.
Mm-hmm. Well, Pittsburgh
Obviously,
Comic Con,
yep.
their most popular booth, Hooters, the local Hooters, was smart enough to put a booth in.
They put a booth in at the Comic Con. Were they selling wings, or did they just have the girls out there?
No, it was just the girls, and they gave away buttons and stuff like that.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
I suppose because they
hand out
the
map, because the Hooters was the Pittsburgh Comic Con was always in Monroeville Expo Center.
Oh, so they're handing out maps to go eat at the Hooters after the convention,
which was walking distance.
Yeah, oh, genius! That's genius.
Yes. Yep.
God bless Hooters, man. And ladies, man, you are right. Booth babes are too expensive. That's why I need to keep building Blue Bombshell. Blue Bombshell is my most successful solo book. So I'm hoping Blue Bombshell 2 will be coming out next year. I've already got big plans for it. It is a full-on superhero sex comedy. I say it's basically the old American Pie movies if they were superhero movies. That's what Blue Bombshell is. But yeah, I was actually you just brainstorm whenever. So like I try to walk in the mornings to get off my ass a little bit and get some exercise. That's usually my brainstorming session for new storylines and stuff. And I was playing out a whole like 10-page Blue Bombshell intro storyline for the next book. And what I'm hoping I can do for next year is have about 5 to 8 pages and just put them out there on Twitter, Facebook, wherever, so everybody gets a preview of like a 60-page book. So you get, everybody can read the first stuff, and that'll entice even more people to come. But yeah, I want to keep building Blue Bombshell up. It definitely, from just fan feedback, it seems to be my most popular character.
And this book, Blue Bombshell, is one of 3 stories, right?
Yep, in this one. So this is going to be the Maidens of Mayhem, because it's Mayhem Comics. That's my little imprint that I've got. And I am thinking big. So these are 3 individual stories, one featuring Blue Bombshell, one featuring Pirate Queen, who is obviously my most popular character. That book's sold a ton, and Comicsgate is loved it. And then I've got another book, Sword Maidens, and this will be the origin story of the Sword Maiden. So 3 individual stories of those characters in one book, 60 pages, full color, adults only, nudity, adult content, adult language. It's like, if you remember the old American Pie, Conan magazines, all that kind of stuff. It's going to have all that kind of fun vibes. Sword Maidens is more sword and sorcery. Blue Bombshell is got kind of more comedic superhero storyline to it. So, yeah, that's coming. I want my wife to be out. yeah. And I do like some wings and titty. Oh, Bob's in the house, man. Here, let me throw the link in the. I'll throw the link in the pontificators, Bob, if you want to hop on here. Give me 1 second. Copy. Wings and titties. Breasts and thighs. Give me 1 second here, Bob. And let's see.
See, Randy always tries to simplify everything. He says, just grab a Power Girl cosplayer.
Yeah, spray paint her blue.
The thing is the cosplayers are at the conventions for their own.
Yeah.
Like they get to walk around and they get to hang out and they take photos and they get photos taken with them. You have to pay them if you want them to just sit at the booth. You have to pay them.
Yeah.
You have to feed them. You have to. They got a
There's
hotel
logistics.
room. Yeah, it quickly becomes expensive because I know how expensive it is just to get my ass to a convention.
Oh yeah.
So then, if you get somebody specifically because you want them to be at the convention, yeah, nobody does.
And depending on where you're getting the girl from, like if you're getting her locally, then you're just paying her to show up each day and, an hourly rate or whatever, and some extras, food, all that stuff included. But
if she shows up.
Yeah, if she shows up. If you're getting a girl from somewhere else, then you're flying her in, hotel room. Yeah, like it becomes expensive fast, but.
Ladies, man, he doesn't remember. He wants you to keep your books in stock. He doesn't remember last week.
Yeah, that's. So here, let me pull up the blue or the Maidens of Mayhem screen here first, and then I'll. And I get where everybody's coming from with that. The reason I don't do it is because I offer each of the books with the next campaign. So I get there is some weight, but to keep books in stock, like you need to have like a warehouse or something. You need to have space. Like I've already
ordered a lot.
Yep, I've already got stuff stacked up in my studio. And then you're getting what, 2 or 3 orders, a month or something, and you're shipping those out. I like to hit everything all at once because then it lets me keep focused. I don't lose an order or somebody sitting waiting on a book. It's like Blue Bombshell number 1 will be available with the Blue Bombshell number 2 campaign. We got Bob in the house. What's up, Bob?
What's up, guys? Been a bit.
Welcome, brother.
Dude.
Yeah.
Are you feeling better? Last I heard, you felt like crap.
Oh,
was that like? Okay. Was that like a month ago? Though? Was that when we still were doing pontificators?
Yeah, it was just,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did like some things.
Without pontificators, it's like we don't see each other that often.
I know, man. It's just like I was like, we got to do something, man.
Yeah,
I get why Art's doing that because he's trying to make sure he gets that thing done on time. So
yeah, no, and the thing is
I miss my guys.
Once you get past your deadline and like all of a sudden maybe a comment will show up on the page, it's like, oh, it stresses you out because you had this plan to get everything done. And like every creator wants to get their books done as quick as possible, but like sometimes it's like, and with everybody's seen Art's pages, like they're gorgeous. Like this is like
it's next level stuff for him, man.
Yeah, Art is like making a masterpiece over here, and like the last thing you want to do when you've been drawing all these pages is like rush out the last couple. And then it's like each time you look at those pages, you just cringe. So
that's the problem with comics. Once you hack something out, it's forever.
Yeah,
It's forever.
It's forever. Some person in the house, I see the mantle, dirty old man of comics is passed on to you. You'll well, hey, I'm not going to be offended by that. if that's the mantle that I was meant to take upon, I'll do it gladly. For anybody who's kind of new here or you haven't been here before, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe. We plateaued out a little bit. We appreciate everybody being here, but we love to see new faces in the chat. And having you subscribe to the channel really helps build this show up. And if you guys can, like, after the show, tweet this link out and spread it around as much as possible, because we love seeing new faces in the chat and we love seeing all the regulars here too. Just trying to build the show up. It's a lot of fun, but it's always fun with more people, you know, like any kind of party.
Yeah, just like dating.
Yeah. Yeah. Chris Wozniak's book, Barren Soil, is on Fund My Comic right now. It is live. Everybody go check that out.
Yeah. Chris, it looks cool too.
Yeah, Chris is a super talented dude. Old Marvel artist, done a ton of stuff, and has this new book out that's kind of a gothic, dark, black and white, kind of not necessarily horror, but like verging on that kind of I don't even know how to describe it, like, but real, like, deep, dark storytelling to it.
Yeah,
I think if you guys go check it out and Fund My Comics, and also another great site, Fund My Comics, so if you guys can check that out, that'd be awesome. So Bob, we haven't talked to you in a while. What's new with you, brother?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Doing the same shit.
No, dude, like, yeah, no explanations necessary, because I am right there with you.
This is, dude, I'll tell you what, man. I'm really. Did you back Barren Soil yet for Chris?
I haven't backed it yet because, well, I just haven't done it yet. But I am planning on it because it's a cool looking book.
Yeah. It's just like it's almost like you take equal parts horror and crime noir and
crime noir. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah,
and you know, like and like horror, crime noir, and a little bit of superheroes mixed in.
Yeah,
that's what it's like. It's almost got like, remember that book Berserk? It came out the Berserker with that was connected to Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
the main character kind of has a little bit of that feel to him.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
It's got a very Mike Mignola look to it, though.
Yeah, it's the black and white, definitely.
Yeah, using a lot of negative space.
Yeah, gothic noir, I think.
Yeah.
Whether crime or horror, it kind of crosses all those kind of genres, I think. So,
but
using negative space. What? I'm doing black and white. I don't use negative space. What's that for? You know what negative space is for? You stick more shit in there, more detail. That's what negative space is for.
That's what Jim Lee does, man. He's like,
I
gotta throw some freaking cross hatching on this negative space.
Oh Jesus! It's just a black square there. Wait, well, hold on. Let me get the whiteout spatter, and then I'll get the whiteout brush.
Throw a set of titties in there real quick.
My negative space is just that one line between the two giant breasts pushed together. That's the entirety. That's the entirety of my negative space.
I remember.
So what do you think of this one, Rob? Because I tried to like digitally paint. This is my attempt at digitally painting. I've never really done it before, so I'm like kind of going out on a limb.
Okay, I'll tell you,
gotta try
exactly what I think.
Yeah,
I see this, and I see this just as how I do my gray markers as an underpainting, and then I ink it. I think that's what you should do.
Ink over this, get some hard lines in there.
That's not a bad idea. Dude, that could actually look pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks cool now, but I think it would solidify and add a little bit more.
It would give it a little
pop a little bit and make it pop out a little bit more, you know.
Yeah,
and then your cool background will still work as it is.
Oh yeah. No, I could see that. I could see trying to do it that way, because like I've liked it, but like there's something it's like I could do something more, and I think maybe you just nailed it. Now
because
this one's got ink lines on it.
Well, have you seen who's the guy that did all the Star Wars paintings?
Drew Struzan?
Yeah, if you look at how he does some of his painting, and you'll see that in a bunch of different painters. Some of them almost render it in a paint color.
They like ink it, but they ink it in like a dark brown line
or a blue or whatever.
And they'll do like kind of a soft dark line on the outside, like they're inking it, and then they'll like have like a little halo light.
Yes,
because they won't go full on black, but they'll go that really dark, and then they'll have a halo light around it, and it's like this weird. Adam Hughes does that a lot.
Yeah, he did that on that Bombshell. You did something like that. Like I think you could end up with a completely different full color style.
Yeah,
something like that.
And that's
that's awesome though too. I like.
Something he does too, especially lately. He'll actually put like a dark outline around the entire figure.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll do a different color, and it'll have like a dark outline that halos the whole figure.
Yep.
And it gives it. Like it works. You'd be like, why are you doing that? But then you look at it and it's like, oh wow, it really makes it pop.
Yeah.
And I think it like helps give it, because he does like that painted style. So if you throw a black line in there, it really like affects the eye.
It frames things. It can solidify.
Yeah. Especially if you want to pull one figure out away from everything else.
Yeah.
Or a hand or whatever. Yeah. I always said that with inking. Like I go, you get as much control as you can with the pen nib or the brush, whatever you're working with. I go, and then just to really solidify your piece, that's when you go in with the French curve in the pen nib, and you do some really long, strong, beautiful lines doing thin to thicks. And what it does is it gives an illusion that you ruled a lot of the brush lines and a lot of the pen nib lines, just because you have those long, perfect lines in there too. And all of a sudden, people are like, "Holy shit! What did you?" And you might have only used the French curve for an hour, but it gives it such a tight. It tightens everything up and just kind of tightens and torques everything. So same thing with a little bit of the halo effect and stuff. I think that's probably a little bit of that. Like will really just crank on your piece.
Yeah, because like right now I'm gonna have variant covers, and I'm kind of tinkering back and forth on which ones I want to use, how I want to do them. There's going to be like a set of regular variant covers, and then there's going to be a set of nude variant covers. So I'm kind of just playing around with different ideas and drawing as many hot babes as I possibly can, and compromising positions. And
you're gonna
it's what I call a career.
You're gonna have somebody do some
has to do research.
What's that, Bob?
You gonna have some other people do some covers for you?
I've thought about it, and I've actually talked to a few artists. I would like to. It's probably not going to be on this book. It's probably going to be on down the road. And again, this is going to be like the success of these books leads me to be able to like, because I want to like get some really good guys and spend a little bit of money on those covers when I do it. But
I used to have Adam Hughes' phone number.
We
would talk about toy collecting.
Oh, you'd talk with Adam?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
But that was back during Crushing days when I had money for toys.
Oh yeah. No, Adam used to come to the Minneapolis comic book convention, and I used to just stand around and watch him draw his sketches at the con. Jeez. And I would talk to him, and he's a super nice guy.
Yes.
But I'm so in love with his artwork, man. It's just
if he did a cover for your book.
Oh God.
Oh my God!
I'd kill a whole bunch of people for an Adam Hughes cover, man.
I'll tell you, someone you ever see that their pen name is Cute Sexy Robots?
No. No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you if you like. I know this person's actually done a couple covers for people.
Oh, okay.
And dude, you want to talk about some sexy art?
And that's the thing is there's new artists.
Is it AI?
Up.
No, he's 100%
authentic.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me find a good one here that we won't get in trouble for.
Yeah, that won't work.
Here we go. This is a good one.
Karen Nicole from Pop XP. Is Karen Nicole the one that does the fire bitch? She might be the I'm familiar with her. If that's who you guys are talking about, let me pull this down and let's take a look.
That's a rogue he did.
What is Bob? Oh wow, yeah. Let me.
Oh, that is cool.
Can I zoom in on it? Yeah, I like the lighting. Oh yeah, great lighting work and skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
Nice rogue.
But it's like he does a lot more racy stuff too. Like
that's right up. Oh yeah, that's right up my alley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be I can see that being a good blue bombshell fairy.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
Nice, Bob. You'll have to send me his contact.
Yeah, I know. Who's it? Who's the guy that did that? He's not Comicsgate, but he's kind of like Comicsgate adjacent. He was that guy that did the Rabbit that was like a super soldier. I think it was not a Tim Lim book. It was somebody else. But he did a cover for them, and he's done a couple of covers for other independent people. So, but that guy, and then there's a couple other people, but there's some good people that could do some pretty damn good, sexy art.
Well, and that's the thing is like it's kind of disappeared. There's not a ton. I mean, none of the mainstream publishers are really doing anything like that. Yeah, make Adam Hughes say hi. I'm not. Yeah. Adam Hughes can do what he wants to do. Adam's kind of a legend. Yeah, Adam Hughes, Frank Cho, right there. Jim Ballant. Jim Ballant's been doing his own shit for so long.
Ed Bennis has been doing a lot of like cheesecake art.
Well, yeah, Ed Bennis has been doing a lot of commissions. Actually, I talked to a buddy of mine and said, like, we were kind of talking about Ed if like he would be available. So, like, Ed Bennis is one of the guys who would cross my mind for doing stuff like this. But yeah, like I would
Ed's
love
not taking commissions right now.
He's not taking commissions. He's posting a shit ton of commissions on Instagram.
Yes, I think it's just him drawing. It's just him drawing because think about what his page rate was.
Yeah,
and he can just draw hot Batgirl and Wonder Woman, or in 3 hours. So why would he deal with the publisher?
Well, he did an independent book of his own.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
That Ariel X Nina.
Yes.
It didn't do nearly as well as it should have, but I don't think he knew how to advertise it.
Well, I think there was a language barrier there too.
Yeah, I think he just threw it up there and was hoping people would find it.
Yeah.
And
he re-released it onto Indiegogo and did it again, and it's still like for him that thing should have been at least 100K easy.
Oh yeah.
You know what he needed? He needed Rob Hunter to ink it, and then I would have ran around YouTube promoting it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's. I think
that is what he needed.
Yeah, I think he had kind of like. I think the language barrier was probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's the thing is the South American guys, they need that connection.
Yeah,
to kind of to do that. But yeah, like I know you inked Ed on some stuff, but I don't remember. Was that Justice League or was other
Justice League, and then we did Red Lantern together.
Okay, Red Lantern.
And then we did some Batman stuff too. Dude, we were supposed to do 3 issues of Batman, and he was so behind on the first issue that he jumped over to Batgirl by himself.
Wow.
Because he had killed the deadline so bad.
Oh,
and
wow.
I had an editor telling me to fix things, change things, and nobody told Ed. So Ed's like, why is Rob Hunter messing with my shit?
Oh, yeah. So then it ruffles everybody's feathers. And
so screwed me.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Over.
That's...
Jeez.
But Ed is a magnificent pencil.
Oh, Andy wouldn't be bad. Andy can do some, hot women.
Andy draws hot chicks. So
yeah, he does very sexy women.
Talk to Andy, see if he could talk Bart Sears into doing one.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. And again, I need these books to do good if I'm going to be able to afford variant covers for the next thing. It's like these things kind of go hand in hand. So, like, Maidens of Mayhem doing well will allow me to have some of these options on campaigns for next year, because I have 2 books already set up for next year: Blue Bombshell 2, and then finally Slave Girl versus Pirate Queen will be next year. Both those books will be coming out next year, and yeah, they could use some kick-ass variant covers from like some big name guys. So Maidens of Mayhem does well. That's going to allow me the freedom to kind of find some of these like really awesome artists. And like, I would love to have like some cool variants by some big pro names. That would be just such an awesome thing. So, you know, success leads to more success, and keep the ball rolling in the right direction. I'm going to play the Maidens of Mayhem video here, and I'm going to grab another ice cold adult style beverage, and then we will continue on with the shenanigans of Comics Smack Talk Live, featuring Comic Book Bob and my good friend Rob Hunter.
You need to kick off the things, because Bob, you're just staring at his hat and his glasses.
What does kicking off anything have to do?
No, just if you move the Marcus Kelligrew asking.
I see.
Yeah, my face.
Oh, I see. There you go.
It was cutting off the rest of his gorgeous face. We don't want to cover up Bob.
All right.
No. You're putting asses in seats right now, Bob. I didn't mean to cover up the money.
That looks great. And you were doing some of that color stuff.
Yeah.
Like you were doing like skin tone on outlines.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it looked like you were doing a little bit of what we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Like, no, I'm like stealing all of the ideas, and like I'm studying these artists like night and day, trying to emulate what they're doing. So if some of it comes through, it just means that what I'm doing is kind of working. But yeah,
Marcus, I don't have a name. So when you get variant covers, you want variant covers done by people who will help sell the book. I can do a sexy chick, Blue Bombshell, but my name with the Comic Skaters isn't going to
that's the thing, man. If it's a badass piece, you know, you can do that. You know, it's like I've seen like you know, what was it? You know, it's a badass piece will be the first thing that turns somebody into a name, man, and pulls somebody's eye in. And they're like, you know, I mean, think about when Stephen Platt was doing Moon Knight.
Yes,
remember that? It was that badass cover he did. Everybody went, "Whoa! Is Todd McFarlane back at Marvel? Cover. What happened here?"
Yeah,
you know, it's you know.
Is Jim Ballot still doing tarot? Is he still like soliciting that? And he's been doing that forever. God bless guys like
dude.
that.
I think it's
like he found his niche, and I mean, I bet you he outsells half of Marvel and DC's catalog, because he's been doing that book for so long, and he's just got his hardcore fan base. But that's kind of the dream there. It's kind of what Indiegogo or Kickstarter allows a lot of guys to do, is build your fan base and just kind of, you know, sell your books directly to your fans. So
I was going to ask that. Do you think that's what he's doing? Like, he might still be in the stores, but he's probably, most of it is direct order through his website and stuff.
like I haven't looked enough into it. Like I would say if he's getting enough orders through retailers, then what, you know, once something's working, you probably don't change it. So as long as the sales are maintaining and retailers are ordering enough through him, I would
but can you see it selling enough through comic book stores nowadays?
It depends on how hardcore his fans are. Like if you've got a pull list, like the guys that are getting Jim Balance book have probably been getting Jim Balance book from the beginning. And it's like,
and they might be premium books too. They might be like $8 books or something.
Oh, I would think so. Now they are.
Yeah, Terra issue 141 in stores August 2023.
Wow, 141.
Nice. That is awesome. Yep. Like that is the dream right there, you know?
Wow.
And he doesn't have to rely on crowdfunding because he established himself. Like he's one of those guys that went straight from Batman, Catwoman, over to his own independent book early enough where the fans followed him and then established that rapport and that, I mean, he's been putting these books out forever and the fans are eating them up. So it's like, as long as you can maintain that, like, boom, like that's about as good as it gets right there. I mean, that's really all we're trying to do with Comicsgate and with crowdfunding is kind of establish that fan base. You're skipping the retailer part of it, but I mean, I like comic book shops, but you know, they're not a necessity for getting the comics to the fans. So, but we do have topics. So let me pull up one. Conversations peters out, and I have very limited segue skills. So we were talking about tarot. So taro. Taro,
which would the
that's that vegetable they grow in Hawaii.
Carrot.
What?
Which is
it's a turnip carrot.
It's like the cousin to a carrot.
Oh,
there we go. Oh man, I see. Like every time I do this, I understand. I understand when Art is like talking his way through clicking to
can't figure out where his shit is.
Yeah, when Art is trying to click to another screen, and I'm like, oh, look at Art. And then I do it myself. I'm like, motherfucker, Art's doing it better than I did.
Every time I'm in a hurry for a live stream, that's when YouTube asks me for confirmation with my phone, and I have no idea where my cell phone is. I haven't seen my cell phone all day. Oh crap.
Yeah. So first topic we're going to go to, because I did watch the first episode, so I can talk about a little bit, but we'll try and kind of veer off of spoilers, although there's only
Ahsoka.
Yeah, Ahsoka's the new big fancy toy this week. Streaming on Disney Plus.
Was it good?
The
first episode was eh.
Yeah, like I could see. I would say to good.
No, the second one was way better.
Was it? Okay,
first episode pissed me off.
Yeah, I haven't watched the second
because everybody is a freaking idiot.
Yeah.
Is it better than Secret Invasion? Because I
dude, a steaming pile of dog shit's better than Secret
Invasion. Secret Invasion was a fucking joke.
I could scrape the smegma off my nutsack and it would be better than Secret Invasion.
At least Ahsoka, like you can see what they're trying to do, and to some extent, it's not awful, it's not great. I would say and good. Which, like, you know, nowadays that's like a 5 stars.
I'll put it this way:
gold stars.
I'll take what I can get at this point.
Exactly. And that's the whole point: is can Hollywood do anything good anymore? That was kind of the topic.
Well, here's the thing: the thing about the apparently the first 2 episodes of this are set just before the very end of the Rebels TV show.
Oh, okay.
Who watched that?
The timing of this is weird, but and then the series, and then going forward, it's going to be after the Rebels TV show.
And that was going to be one of my talking points on this is for whatever reason, I'm not an animated show guy. I don't really watch animated shows for like, and I know a lot of comic book fans love animated stuff. I am not one of them. So I have made several valiant attempts to watch the Star Wars animated stuff and gotten about 5 minutes in and stopped.
Yeah. I'm going to put it this way. The first 2 seasons of Clone Wars sucks.
Yeah. Okay.
It sucks. It gets better.
It gets better.
And then by the end, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah. And I can see them building it. But my point was going to be this is for these Star Wars shows now are for a totally different generation than for the generation that watched Star Wars in the theater.
Yeah.
Like I saw the first Star Wars in the theater. I was like 8. But I watched
5.
I watched all the first Star Wars movies in the theater. I have clear memories of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too.
Oh, dude, I came out of that first movie.
I never watched any of the animated stuff.
Yeah.
All of this storyline, all of these characters are coming from the animated stuff, and that's fine. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying this is made for a different target demographic than the original Star Wars. Like this is made for almost like another generation and a half.
Yeah, and one of the guys that I follow, and his name's Angry Joe. I don't follow it for him. He's got a guy on his show. He's the guy that I go because his opinions I think are better.
Oh yeah,
and that's the guy. And he basically was like, I didn't watch the animated shows. I didn't watch Rebels.
Yeah.
And he's like, so his opinion of these characters is coming from a person who hasn't watched it. And he said, I didn't like this character. This character was annoying as hell.
Yeah.
I know. And that's one of the things is they're doing that trope where a character acts like an annoying asshole.
Yeah.
But eventually you're going to come to like them as they begin to open up and stop acting like such a asshat.
Yeah.
And that's the Sabine character.
Oh yeah, Sabine. Yeah.
She's annoying. Yeah. In the first episode, she's annoying as shit.
Yeah.
And it's that trope. And that's an old tired trope, and people are tired of it. And I can see why people would be upset with that.
Rob Liefeld said that. He said that all the new Star Wars stuff is for the kids who grew up with Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, yeah. This is for kids who are probably about 18 right now. Like this is the target demographic. 18 to 20-year-olds right now grew up on all the Star Wars animated Clone Wars. Was it Rebels?
Yeah.
That's
what this show is an extension of those 2 shows.
Yeah. So for the older generation who didn't watch that stuff, But the thing is like they're attempting to try and cross both because they want to get both audiences.
Yeah.
And again, this was good. It wasn't great, but I didn't hate it. Like for me, that's a win when it comes to Star Wars right now because there's been so much stuff that I'm like, fuck you. This is
compared to the last season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
This was better.
Yeah. So
that show pissed me off.
Yeah, let's shoot through this. They've got a little trailer here, and then we'll shoot through the article a bit, and we'll talk some more. But yeah, it's yeah,
it's inevitable. One must destroy in order to create. We are no Jedi.
Duh.
I started hearing whispers of Thrawn's return as heir to the Empire.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power, such as you've never dreamed.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war. That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me prevent another one.
You and I both know who could help you with this. She's still just as stubborn as ever.
I bet your master found you difficult at times.
Anakin never got to finish my training. I walked away from him, just like I walked away from Sabine. You never made things easy for me,
Shut the hell up.
Master.
As a Jedi, sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this
Well,
through.
I'll give them this, Bob. They're writing a teenage girl accurate because they're usually difficult pains in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like their definition of strong and independent is just being a bitch.
Yeah.
Buckle up. If we don't stop Thrawn, everything will be in vain. You have no power.
Anakin spoke highly of you.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
We have a lot of work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
I'm confused by something. In Clone Wars, we saw that droids with shield generators made Jedis obsolete. So why doesn't every cruiser and starship have a couple of droids that have shield generators so they can kill Jedi?
They didn't make them obsolete.
Obsolete because they still got beat by.
No, they did. We saw Keegan and Anakin run from them.
Oh yeah, they ran from them. They still won the battle and escaped with Palpatine.
But they ran away. They ran from them.
You're pointing out plot holes, man.
Yeah, plot holes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
the thing is those battle droids were probably so expensive that you'd have to fly to that gambling planet and bet all of your money on those racing creatures that only like kids.
Yeah, it's
whatever that side plot was. For Finn.
Let me put
that was weird.
Like, they actually could like beat those droids. They could actually beat them really easily, which was one of the reasons why people were saying, "Well, that was just stupid." So it's like you just force crush the damn thing. It's like you're dead.
Oh, I wondered why they couldn't do force stuff on them.
Yeah, it's stupid. The idea was that they were getting attacked, so like because they were like just blasting away at them, that they couldn't focus on it, I guess. But
I might
just don't let them focus.
It was kind of a bullshit thing.
I'm hoping that I have this video in my Twitter and not on my text because then I can pull it up. But I want to get to Marcus's comment first. That's a lot of she's. Yeah, that's the other thing that is. And like I can live with it because I get that there's a lot of movies with a lot of guys. So like it's a lot. It's a lot.
Well, and like I said, this is an extension of Rebels. Yep. And at the end of Rebels, both the main all but one of the male characters, one of them dies.
Yeah.
And then the other one disappears with Thrawn.
Yep. And,
so they're gone.
It's Ahsoka's show.
It's Ahsoka's movie,
apprentice. Ahsoka's friend.
Which that's the apprentice. Jesus, guys.
Yeah. So
because like, the thing is,
it is a lot of shit. Do you guys know the term the Bechdel test?
Bechdel test.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a measure of the representation of women in a film and in other forms of fiction. To pass, the work must feature at least 2 women who speak to each other about something other than a man. So to an extent, I think this passes the Bechdel test. But at some point, they're talking about Ezra.
Nope.
Right?
They're right from the start. They're talking about Thrawn.
They're talking about Ezra. So really,
from the start, they're talking about Thrawn.
Oh, Thrawn and then Ezra.
And then Ezra.
Doesn't even as many women as they stuffed in here
doesn't
actually pass the Bechdel test. You're right, Bob.
Nope. It lasts about. Well, it lasts about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And the reason why it lasts about 15 minutes is after the initial 5-minute, the first scene with the 2 dark Jedi who show up, and the captain who's a complete freaking moron.
Oh God, yeah.
That guy's dumber than dumb.
That's Sith, right?
Well, yeah. It's like if you know about the Jedi, then you know about the Sith.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, but that captain was.
But then, even forget that the captain's like, I'm going to call their bluff. It's like, what bluff? They want to come on your ship. You're calling their bluff would be blowing them up.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
would be calling their bluff.
identifying
He's like,
them
I'm going
before
to
you
give them what
let
they
them
want.
on the ship.
It's so God. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, like that was Plot Hole City, and just
wasn't even just Plot Hole City. It was just him being a freaking moron.
Well, oh, good. So I do have this on. Okay, so here, let me. Here we go. So let me share this for a second. And okay, so this plays right into what we think of, female lead characters in the Star Wars universe. Let me pull this down for a second, and then
I'm gonna have to teach you guys how to use this friggin' site, man. I swear to God,
Bob, it would be so much better if you just ran all this. We came on and talked.
I tried to tell Art stuff, and it's
God,
you can just see the calculator going on his head.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Let's see here.
We are about repetition, and if we can't do repetition on a daily basis, we forget.
The hell is this dude?
Right.
The force of ligma balls.
Here we go.
Oh God, that's about it.
No, that's good stuff. Like that's a well written female protagonist for a Star Wars movie. I think
can't argue with it.
No, I think it's like the Force works in mysterious ways.
Guys aren't that mysterious. It's pretty easy to do.
However, you need to use the Force.
Oh God.
Yeah, I got sent that. And I
it
thought
would work.
Perfect for what we were talking about. So
probably working everybody but Darth Vader, because I don't know if he's still got his.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got those parts left anymore. Is the bad thing?
Yeah.
So Cowboy Dave Filoni is not a writer.
Not a writer.
And there's some self-indulgence in this.
Oh
sure.
Yeah.
Like it's extremely self-indulgent. He kind of like he's doing, I think, a better job than what was done before him. But you can just tell, you can see the fanboy oozing underneath the skin, and just he wants to be the new George Lucas. And
well, that's interesting you say that, because they actually did something. There was one rule that George had.
Yeah.
And he said, no other galaxies.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
did they already break that?
Yeah,
well, that's a huge. Oh yeah, that's the plot points, and like they're reusing a plot point that they already used.
Oh, geez.
So it's like the redundancy.
Yeah,
there's some real clunkers in the writing.
It's the same story that they've done.
Oh no!
It's the same story they did with the rise of Skywalker. It's the same story they did with. It's the same story that they did with the sequel trilogy. It's the same story they did with Mandalorian. It's the same story they're doing. They're doing the same thing now. We found the thing. We need to find the thing to find the person to do the thing.
They don't have the familial element. They don't have the Luke to Anakin.
Yep.
Tie-in. Once the Skywalker line dies, then it's all like, oh, we need to search this map, find this map to search for this lost. It's the, what do you call it? The what's that storytelling element where it's just like it's a gimmick.
It's a treasure hunt.
It's a MacGuffin.
It's a treasure.
Yeah, MacGuffin. Exactly.
Here's the magic MacGuffin that's going to take us to the
here's
place
the
where the
important
thing is.
thing. Don't ask too many questions about the important thing.
Yeah.
It's just this is the reason why everybody's doing the thing.
That was one of the things about the magic MacGuffin this time. I was like, we've had this thing and like we can't figure out how to open it. It's like I can't figure out that, and then it's like there's clearly these grooves here.
I twisted.
And nobody figured to take and twist it.
No,
it's like, and there's only 3 of us, so it's like, oh, we twist this one, and then we twist that one, then we twist this.
Certainly,
I magically figured it out because I'm the bestest.
And she certainly can't make those 3 twists just sitting in Ahsoka's ship.
Yeah,
she has to fly out to her one outpost. The only other thing that's outside of the city is her little. There's just so many.
As I said, that's like the first episode was just full of people that were dumb.
Yeah. So the reviews, like this is USA Today review, Ahsoka review. Rosario Dawson's fan-friendly Star Wars show lacks Andor ambition, which
Andor was boring as F. I couldn't even.
The thing about Andor though is that they were trying to tell a really intricate story.
They tried to do something. Yeah.
This is just like, here's the thing, and we're going to take the thing, and we do the thing, and then take it to the place.
But if you look at the lack of interest in Andor, Andor was trying to be way too highbrow.
Yeah,
it was so boring.
Way too elitist, pretentious, and that's not Star Wars. Star Wars at its best is fun summer popcorn movie. Mm-hmm. And like if you try to take it too highbrow, it's like you're losing.
Yeah,
it's a real thin, fine middle ground. Ahsoka seems to be attempting it a little bit closer, but we'll see their success. But
they do better. They do better with the second one.
Yeah,
if you can entertain, you can have a simple story. Stargate SG-1 was like that. Stargate SG-1 turned into we have to search for this. Like every season was we got to find something new.
But the thing with the first episode though is like there were whole parts of it where it was like, literally there's a 10-minute segment at the beginning of it where it's just her walking in silence.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she could like maybe say, now where is that map? Or what do you do? She could like exposition a little bit, but it's literally like there's like a 3-minute segment of just her. Well, you're watching her from behind as she walks.
Yeah, there's some pacing elements to the story that like editing could have fixed, but it's like they want. I could see they want to give like the environment. They want you to feel like you're right there walking with her. They want you to, but it doesn't work.
No, because it's just like a stark white area where she's at.
Yep, it's too slow. Big chunks of the first episode were just way too slow.
There's a lot of talking.
Yep, and just a lot of one person getting from one place to another where nothing happens. It's a lot of the movement of people around.
And I get that that's like they're trying to set the scene. They're trying to set everything
and that's what they're trying to do. It doesn't. I don't think it works.
It just
well.
Doesn't do. They just don't do a very good job of it.
And the thing is it's like the scene. Like Star Wars was always great with the elements around you, like the desert, the jungle, the ice planet, and it's like they don't know what to do with the environs now. Like this was just like a big field, and it's like it doesn't work. It's boring. Like there's this big tower city, and then there's just one highway directly out of town that goes directly to the tower that she lives in. Like, what sense does that make at all? There's zero traffic. There's only one highway coming out of town, but she's the only one that rides on it with a little motorbike.
It's almost like, and that was another thing too, is like, it's almost like they dumb it down too much. They oversimplify too much. Like when the captain says, like tells like security, like he's like I want major security for these 2 that are coming in, and it's 5 guys.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute, you've got 2 Jedi that you think are bullshitting you, people, and you're gonna bring 5 guys. That's it. You
There-
know,
there's
it's
just
do you think it's a budget
flaws.
thing?
huh?
Do you think it's a budget thing? Like they're trying to strip?
No, I
Well,
think
no,
it's
because then they have another
short-sighted.
scene. Yeah, they have another scene where there's like it's like the big crowd scene, and I know that they CGI'd a bunch of that stuff in there.
Yeah.
You could CGI some people in the background and like some extras,
Yeah,
use some freaking CGI droids or something.
like
was just
it's this giant tower city. It looks like there's about 13 people living there.
living in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does. It
There's
feels
no
empty.
traffic. There's no
It's
traffic.
super sterile.
There's no crowds. There's no other ships leaving or coming into the city. Like literally, there's one highway that leaves the town and goes directly to one of the towers where the main character lives with their little putty cat.
Well, that's
and,
budget.
And there's no other traffic. Like
Yeah,
if
yeah,
this
that's
is the
budget.
only
Well,
city
I don't
coming and
know if
going out of the town, there'd be a ton of traffic one way or the
From what
other.
I understand, the budget is actually pretty decent. It just feels like
The budget. I
feels
can't
like bad
imagine it's the
design.
budget. That's visually, it looks beautiful.
Mhm.
Visually, I think they got more money for this than Mandalorian. Like
Is
stuff
Is it a
looks-
time? Is it a time with the CGI?
It may
Because,
be
I
a
mean,
time thing. It may be a bad. I just think it's bad design.
I think they don't. It's superficial writing.
Yeah.
Like this is what we're focused on. This is
Don't do
this is the
anything
story
else.
we're telling. There is no behind thinking. Like this is where the story is. It doesn't matter what the rest of the city is doing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that there's no traffic on the road because the story is about Sabine on her little bike.
Well, and that's
And
I don't know. Maybe
It's shallow storytelling.
I think it's that, but I think it's like they're like the money is for this thing over here. Everything else is secondary concern. Because if you look at like some of the uniforms, they look cheap as hell.
But if you look at the old, there's a reason. Like I noticed the uniforms because I recognize them from like the first trilogy
because they had the dots on them.
Yeah. There's a reason they're doing that is because those uniforms in the first movie were cheap as hell.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, like, if you look at the last couple of movies that they did, like you look at because they had the same Rebel uniforms in what was it
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Yeah,
they looked a lot better though.
Yeah.
That like the insignias, they were still the dot things, but they were like slightly indented and they looked better.
Yeah.
But then right here, it's like they went back to being cheap as shit.
Well, it's props. They're actually making stuff.
Yeah.
It's like that's what I've noticed in a few different things. It's like they don't want to make anything anymore. They want it to be all CGI. They don't want to have all these costumes that they have to store and save. They don't want to. They don't even want to build steps. We were talking about CGI and how it's too much now. Like while I was watching the making of the Avatar, and they don't even give the soldiers plastic replica guns. They're literally holding on to PVC pipes with handles.
Yeah.
They've cut it down. Like, oh, all the money is for CGI.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, but these actors need to at least feel like at least give them a plastic gun.
That was what was the actress? It was that movie one of the Snow White movies that they did with Chris Helmsworth. It was the second one.
Huntsman.
Yeah, Huntsman. I never watched it.
When what's her name? The white the snow prince. What's her name? Not the evil twin, the good twin.
No,
the good princess. She was riding this like a bear wolf thing, and she was like, but it was a cart. She was on this mound that was being pulled back on a cart that was being pulled by an extra.
Right.
And she said like the actors had such a hard time playing off of that. Because as they were coming up, there's supposed to be this big frozen. And she said, I can't remember the actress's name, Emma Gemma something. She's like this, just trying to keep from laughing.
Oh God, yeah.
It was just like
she might as well roll up in a shopping cart.
And she was just like, and it was so hard.
This is why you're getting paid to act, though. It's like you should be able to act against this stuff. I get that it looks silly, but yeah, I don't have any sympathy for them.
Yeah.
For them, when an actor or actress complains that they're having to act against a tennis ball against a blue screen, it's like, oh, poor you. How much are you getting paid? Yeah.
Theater mind, bitch.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up and act. All right. We don't
That-
care about your
That
crybaby.
old guy retired. He quit after the Hobbit movies because
Oh
he
yeah,
said,
yeah.
because he's fucking. He goes, I'm standing in front of a bunch of green curtains. I
Which
didn't sign up
who
for this.
was the actor?
Ian McKellen.
Yeah, he said, I'm done. He goes,
said, yeah.
After the Hobbit ones?
Yeah, he was so angry because
he did all the Lord of the Rings.
Compared to the first movie, because in the first movie they actually went places.
yeah, you could. He said you could feel it because they built sets and they were in environments.
Yeah.
Now you're in a friggin' room covered in green curtains.
And plus, he had made so much money by then, he didn't give a shit.
He could be a crotchety old fart. He doesn't care.
Yeah, they're still raking in the royalties off of the Lord of the Rings movies alone. I can't imagine.
Yeah, God, dude. This movie, like this show. Here's the things I like. I like Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson is awesome.
I always liked her.
Totally great as the lead. I agree.
I like Rosario Dawson. Ray Stevens is awesome.
Yes,
it sucks that he
God
died.
rest his soul. It sucks. Yeah.
I like the look.
He has such a presence when he comes in.
Although that hallway scene, they totally ripped it off from friggin' Rogue One.
Oh yeah,
where he's walking down the hallway and he's killing everybody.
Yeah,
but I like his apprentice.
Yeah, the apprentice is she's interesting. She has a good look.
She has a really creepy look.
Yeah, very creepy. She has presence too, and like that's a hard thing to. Not every actor like draws your eye, but both of them as Sith were really cool.
Yeah. The woman playing the Night Sister. I'm iffy on her, but I do like the idea of the Night Sisters.
Is that in the second episode?
No, it's the chick that remember the woman that they rescue.
Oh yeah, the prisoner.
The prisoner. Yeah. She's a Night Sister.
So is that the? So I'm trying to remember. Did Ahsoka capture her in?
Yes.
Okay, that's the chick she fought with the Beskar steel spear in the Mandalorian episode.
I think so. Yes.
That's what I was thinking too. I didn't go back to look, but that's. I thought that was her. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I'll have to double check if it's the same character.
It makes sense then.
But she's supposed to be a Night Sister in this.
Like they call her a witch or something.
Yeah, the Witches of Dathomir. Yeah,
okay.
I'm a nerd.
That's all right.
But and then David. There's some good casting. Like David Tennant is doing the voice of the droid.
Yeah.
Hu Yang.
Is the droid's name Yang?
Hu Yang.
Oh Yang. Okay.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming he's from Rebels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lars Mikkelsen is doing is playing Grand Admiral Thrawn. The Thrawn thing is the thing that's kind of got me worried though, because I don't like the idea that Thrawn needs to be saved.
Right.
Because that doesn't make him scary. If he needs to be, and like I think it would be better if the storyline was that he was already out there in the galaxy.
And we don't know where he's
headed. They don't know where he is, but they know he's out there. And he
might be established at some far off base, but then Ezra might need saving, kind of.
Well, the way that the storyline they're talking is that Thrawn needs to be saved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I think he carries more weight because that thing about Thrawn is he's supposed to be so intelligent,
right?
And so he can just figure everything out.
Think everything. Okay.
So, I like the lightsaber fight between.
That was a good fight
between Shin
Sabine
and Sabine.
Sabine.
I did not like this lightsaber fight between. I did not like the fight with Ahsoka and the droids.
Oh, you didn't like that? Okay.
No, because the way she's fighting doesn't make any damn sense. If you watch the way and whoever's doing the fight choreography on this show, is probably pulling their goddamn hair out because the director's probably telling them, I want them to do this, this, and this.
Oh, yeah, right.
And they're like, that's stupid. It's the scene where Sabine comes running in, she's got her lightsaber over her head. Yeah. Next scene, it's down at her side.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it's like, the guy is probably like, and I know that the one of the guy who was the fight coordinator for that awful freaking fight scene in Snoke's throne room.
Yeah.
in
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
He literally came in and said, I wanted to pull my fucking hair out. Because he's like, if you watch that fight, like literally there's like 10 guys that they're fighting, but none of them come at them at the same time.
Oh, right.
There's a dude in the back and he's just like spinning around and around and
Yeah.
around. He said, and then like it's just flat. It's just a bad fight scene. And
So
this kind of
what did you-
that kind of felt like that's in certain points, but the fight scene between the two of them was pretty good.
How did you feel about her using the Force to like throw her lightsaber blades and then cut through the rock at a distance?
That's a cool scene, but
Yeah.
we already saw it. It was
Well,
in the
yeah,
trailer. It was in the trailer.
Right when she goes into the first thing, but then she uses it multiple times or whatever.
It's cool because and I like it when they use their lightsabers as more than just weapons.
Yeah, and then they use the Force with moving things around.
Yeah, which is like I like stuff like, and like I said,
Yeah,
it was a cool
no,
scene, but we'd already saw it.
Yeah, I was cool with it.
I don't like it's like apparently every secret in the universe is inside of a golden ball.
Oh yeah. Like, I was waiting for them to break an Infinity Stone out of there.
That's what I said. That looks exactly like the thing that Star-Lord goes and gets in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It's identical to it. It's just gold.
Yeah. There's just these tropes and there's these cliches that, and it's this. The more you see of them, the more you realize the writing is kind of weak. It wasn't terrible. I think this gets like a solid B minus.
It gets like a C plus from me. It's
C
better.
plus,
It's better
B
than
minus.
average, but just the second episode was better.
Yeah.
Does that perspective look weird on her left-handed lightsaber?
It's. I think it's supposed to be in motion at that point right there, and that's why the blade is kind of
and the robe is kind of covering up.
Yeah,
because her arm is like this, so it works. Except that's way big foreshadow.
Yeah. Also, you got to remember too is her blades her hilts are curved.
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Her lightsaber hilts are curved.
Because the robe is like covering up this portion of her arm. I think.
Yeah. So instead of the lightsaber handle being straight, it's hers is like arced.
Yeah.
I see that. It seemed like you see a weird part of the lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like the handle versus where the lightsaber energy is actually.
Yeah, if it's a curved blade, that kind of makes a little bit more sense with
weird.
I like like I said, I liked Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
It sucks he's dead.
So
I 100%.
How many episodes is it supposed to be, Bob?
I think it's supposed to be like 7 or 8.
I hope it's 8 because 6 doesn't seem like 8 seems probably, and I think that's what they did with Obi-Wan.
It might be fewer though. Don't quote me, man.
Well, they've been building, and they've had time for
It's 8. It's 8.
Yeah, I kind of figured that and Filoni is made enough of a footprint, I think, that he gets some leeway with storytelling.
Yeah.
So not. I would say overall grade, like we said, C plus to B minus. Yeah. Not great, not terrible, but good enough that at least like we've been fed so much garbage, and Star Wars has been so disappointing for so long.
Yeah.
That
here's the thing, man.
Anything mediocre looks like gold,
I want 3 things from this.
Yeah.
I want badass lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
I want badass ship battles. I want a badass Thrawn. That's it. Everything I can deal with a bunch. I'm a patient man. I can deal with a lot of shit. Just give me those 3 things and I will be content. Whether they're going to give us that, because I get the feeling the version of Thrawn we're going to get is going to be subservient to the Night Sister. And if that's the case, piss off. Thrawn is not like, if you've ever that's of all the extended universe stuff, the Thrawn trilogy was the absolute best. Thrawn is a scary dude, and if they give us a watered down version of him, it's gonna suck balls.
Oh yeah,
because Thrawn was like, dude, Thrawn was literally like, he could just fly his ships up to a planet and beat the planet just by looking at the people's culture and figuring out how they work. That's how intelligent he was. Yeah. He was scary as shit. He's the and he's the only alien who ever reached the rank of admiral within the Empire, because they were very xenophobic against aliens. That's how badass he was. The Emperor was like, I don't care. This dude's badass. Make him an admiral. So Thrawn's supposed to be a big deal. And if they make him subservient to someone in this show, it's going to suck.
Oh yeah.
Do you think
I've got
Star
one
Wars,
more. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
I just wonder if Star Wars only works when it comes out every couple of years, or every 2 or 3 or 4 years.
They need that amount of time to get the stories right. I think I don't think they can pump out a new Star Wars every year. I think that just leads to watered down mediocre storytelling.
Yeah,
so they do need that time to like really develop something good. So speaking of something good, I do have one more video since we're talking about it. I know.
It's got titties in it.
The thing.
Oh yeah, dude.
No, the thing I like about it. No, don't give it away. The thing I like about it is it brings us back to the original trilogy. Hold on, I want to get full screen on this bad boy because it deserves it. But this is an absolute banger of a classic. Hopefully.
Did I ever tell you about Ahsoka Tano? She was your father's exotic teenage alien apprentice, a fine piece of jailbait from a more civilized age. She had the tightest body and the perkiest little breasts in the galaxy, barely legal in most systems. Anakin and I used to double team her at the end of every successful campaign during the Clone Wars, and once in a while we'd even have the entire 501st run a train over her, part of official Jedi training, of course. In time, she learned how to handle a meat saber better than anyone in the Jedi Temple. She wore a miniskirt every day, so we told her there were no panties in space. And she was constantly doing acrobatics. You'd get a glimpse of her orange pussy mid-fight as she'd do a flip while slicing a B-2 super battle droid in half. It was surreal.
It's so wrong.
We taught her to grip her weapon backwards like a dildo. She constantly got captured by pirates and slavers almost every other day. It was ridiculous, like a constant porno loop. You'll have no idea. And she was a good friend.
She was a good friend.
Why didn't you? Can you imagine when he meets her first time? He's like, "Holy shit!" I thought he was bullshit.
So much like your father.
So much like your father.
Watch me.
Well, when they were talking about Space Pirates, I'm like, that's most of the plots for Pirate Queen, right?
One with my chair, but
oh my god,
yeah.
But they're not wrong, man. She would get captured like constantly. And here's the thing: George Lucas did say that to Carrie Fisher. There's no underwear.
Oh yeah, there's no underwear. There's no underwear in space, so that Carrie would be running around braless.
Braless.
Yeah.
Them titties bouncing.
And we got to thank Randy for that. I saw Randy.
Yeah.
Doesn't she usually use a reverse grip like a dildo?
And
the second Randy posted that,
she would hold it backwards.
Yeah, I had to pull up the video. I'd seen that.
Oh my god!
I think I saw it on TikTok first, but I was crying laughing. And I don't know if they use AI for the voice, but if that's what they're using AI for, I can deal with that kind of AI.
Well,
use.
you see that that kid who did that Scooby-Doo Springtrap animation.
Mm-hmm. No,
and
no.
The voice acting community shit all over him for using.
Oh, because they're losing their job. You don't need a voice actor anymore.
Well, the thing is they're like, why didn't you hire a voice? And he's like, I can't afford. I'm a student.
Oh, yeah,
He's like, I used the woman who one of the women that was shitting on him was the one who does the voice for Daphne today.
Oh,
He's
sure.
like, but the version he used was the one from like the 70s.
And it sounded probably just like
But
her.
he like they tried to get this kid canceled, but
Oh,
the
sure.
entire freaking the rest of the community says, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
He's a freaking student. He doesn't have money."
Yeah.
So then we're like, "Oh, we're sorry. We're sorry."
No, yeah, but if you're scared about your job and you're a voice actor, like I see where they're coming from, but don't attack the kid. But the thing is, the studios are going to see that and they'll be like, aha. The studios are too dumb to figure it out themselves, but some college kid who's screwing around on his computer can figure it out.
But it's a really cool animated bit that he did.
Is it YouTube or?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's called Scooby-Doo, Where Are You in Spring Trapped?
Spring Trap.
Yeah, I've got the link right here. I'll give it to you because it's
yeah, just drop it in Pontificators. Yeah,
I'll just put it in private chat.
Here. Okay, and do they do AI animation with
no,
it?
He's doing like old school stop motion. I think he's using old school stop motion animation.
Okay.
And
yeah, I want to check it out because I'm a big Scooby-Doo, especially the old stuff. I love that stuff.
It's like you remember like the old Frosty the Snowman episodes.
Oh yeah,
and like in the
and then when they
60s.
Bring in Heat Miser and stuff, and
it's that kind of animation.
Yeah,
but and then the Spring Trap. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a video game. It's a horror video game. The character Springtrap is from that. So he did like Scooby-Doo meets Five Nights at Freddy's, and he did it to showcase his animation ability. He's animated, but they tried to crawl up his ass, and then the rest of the community forced them to submit an apology to him.
No, I mean, I kind of get it because it's like those voice actors are making good money and there's a whole community doing that. And I'm sure they bonded together against this because they know it's like there are these actors that are striking right now, except they have way smaller voice. Ironically, because they're voice actors. But you know what? It's getting late. It's been a long week. Awesome you showed up tonight, Bob.
Yep.
Fun talking about Ahsoka Tano. I'm glad I was able to pull up both of those videos because I thought they were hilarious. But everybody in the chat, Randy, Marcus, SF Gaming Man, you guys are awesome for being here. Appreciate you guys showing up every week. But yeah, we're going to shut it down. If Rob's tired, you know that I'm down. So we're going to shut it down for the night, and we will catch you guys next week. If you're watching this on the rewind, hit the like, subscribe to the channel, help us build this channel up. Check out Death Raider, which is in demand at Indiegogo, and then sign up for Maidens of Mayhem. The sign-up list for Maidens of Mayhem and the Death Raider are both in the description. So click that link and check both those books out. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Bob. We will catch you guys all on the flip side, and we are out.